I should have died so long ago. Here's the thing, and not just because of my joke, but ever since Uber came out, I realized how fucking easy I am to kidnap. Because whenever I call Uber, I never look to see if my car's closed. I just call Uber, I wait outside. As soon as the car slows down, I get in. That's the Uber experience for me. It's surprising. It's surprising I never got molested as a little boy. I should have gotten molested so many times because this is how naive I am. I was the type of little kid that a grown man could have come up to me in a park and went hey, little boy, I lost my puppy dog. Can you help me find him? And I would have been like, I don't feel like it. I'm going to go wait in your van. And I would have just fucking waited. I would have been in the van going, it's hot in here. I'm going to take my pants off. I came close to getting molested once when I was little. And here's the thing that saved me. The fucking language, the fact that I speak French, or actually the fact that I speak English saved me. But anyway, it's because when I was little, now, the French get, in Montreal, for people that aren't from Montreal, when you come here, you see there are French people, English people, we get along pretty well. But when I was little, French hated English, English hated French, and since I was both, everyone hated me. So when I was little, I grew up in Quebec City, in this French neighborhood, which is Quebec City. So I was in Quebec City going to an English school. My best friend Wilson, we're waiting in front of the school. We're 7 years old. We're these little kids waiting for whatever. I think we were waiting for my mom. We're in front of the school. And there was an old pedophile, this fucking greasy old pedophile in the bushes. He was just staring at us. And he was horny. And we could, we were nervous. We were nervous. I was nervous, but Wilson was afraid. I wasn't afraid. Because here's the thing. When I was little, I was chubby. I was a little fat kid, but Wilson was hot as fuck. Wilson, he was good looking. So we both knew if that guy's a pedophile, Wilson's gonna get fucked first. We knew. We knew. Maybe the guy would have tried to titty fuck me, but that's it. The guy, I would have had to, I would have spit on my boobs a little. I would have been the guy's fluffer. I would have been like, all right, you're hard enough, go rip Wilson open. So we're waiting for whoever we're waiting for, and we're talking. And when the guy realized that we weren't speaking French, because we were in a French neighborhood, we were speaking English, his eyes changed. That was a deal breaker for him. He was like, I will not have sex with little boys unless they speak my language. So he stood up and came out of the bushes and came right at us, fucking charged us, and Wilson ran away, and I was too fat to run. So I just panicked. I closed my eyes and spit on my boobs and did this, but the guy looked at me and he went, Asti d'anglais, retourne dans ton pays. Which is, Asti d'anglais, retourne dans ton pays is you fucking English, go back to your country. And I was like, what the? I'm 7 years old. I'm like, how am I gonna go to my country alone? And what country? Ward is Irish, but we came from Ireland 300 years ago. So if I go back to Dublin, they might not remember me. It was weird. I used to get that too. Whenever I'd go outside of Quebec, I got the first time that happened. I was in Newfoundland, in Eastern Canada, and I was talking French to some people in a grocery store. I don't know what I was doing alone in a grocery store, but I'm 8 years old, and there are these two French guys. I'm talking to them in French, and this old man looked at, he got angry that we were speaking French. And he came over to us, but he waited for the grown-ups to leave. He waited for me to be alone. This old fucking piece of garbage came up to me, and he looked at me, and he went, you fucking frog, go back to where you came from. And it's weird. It was the first time in my life that I was happy to meet that guy. Like, because I was happy to find out that there's stupid, intolerant pieces of garbage everywhere. Like, I used to think it was just in Quebec, but I was like, oh, these fucking assholes exist everywhere. So I hugged the guy, because that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. If someone throws hate at you, answer with love. You will fuck that person up so bad. So, because for real, like if ever you're walking down the street, okay? You're walking down like St. Catherine Street here in Montreal, and there are like 10 guys that jump out of an alley with guns and knives, and they're like, we're gonna fucking murder you. Grab the biggest one by the face and go, you're handsome when you're mad. That will save your fucking life, and depending on the neighborhood, you might get a blowjob. So this old piece of garbage was like, you fucking frog, go back to where you came from. I hugged him, and I told him I loved him. En français, in French, I said, je vous aime. Je vous aime, monsieur. I broke him. He was like, what the fuck? Just, Jesus Christ. And he pushed me away, but I grabbed him by the hand. I was like, no, fuck face. Je vous aime. Je vous aime. And he tried leaving, but I just followed. Like, we did our grocery shopping together, and I talked to that guy. I kept on talking to the guy in French, and talking to him in French, and I kept on telling him, je vous aime, je vous aime, je vous aime. I love you in French, and he eventually got used to me. Got used to the whole French thing, got used to my language. When I felt that he had accepted my people and my culture and my language, that's when I got my revenge. Because as we were walking out, there was this security guard at the door, and I was like, this man said he's gonna buy me a puppy if I suck his cock. And yeah. All of my morals end with a pedophile joke. That's